Whoop, whoop. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a great week. It's time for HMG After Dark. Yeah, pal. Make sure you sign your NDA and come on in here. Whoop, whoop. Bearcats in the house tonight, pal. Mystery Edition. And if you're tuning in, mystery solved. We're going to be doing a watch along of Dark Side of the Ring, Season 3, Episode 10, Blood and Wire Onita's FMW. That was the famous Japanese promotion where all of those death matches happened in the 80s and 90s. Some of the most famous people who were there were Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get at it, pal. We're on Daily Motion, starting right at the 1 second mark, pal. Whoop, whoop. Yo, what's up, Lab Rat? Good to see you, pal. Season 3, Episode 10 of Dark Side of the Ring, Blood and Wire, Onita's FMW. Whoop, whoop.
Here at Sushi Onita and his promotion, they were pioneers in late 1980s.
Yo, what's up, Gruss? This does well, pal. Good to see you. Whoop, whoop.
Putting himself and his roster of wrestlers in increasingly dangerous situations, Onita filled stadiums with die-hard fans and became a global icon of hardcore wrestling. As much as they were known for the brutality, it was really the imagination that made that a no rope barbed wire match, and then they go to the exploding barbed wire, then they go to the exploding ring, and then the electrified pool. Easier and crazier.
You've got to be just nuttier than a fruitcake to get into one of those matches.
It got too hot, and everybody right to the middle, and everybody seemed to get out.
Oh yeah, that was that same place where that clip came out where with Sabu throwing water on these flaming ropes.
Some place the blame for FMW's tragic downfall on its founder, who sacrificed everything for fame and fortune.
Some of my dad's fans say that he killed my father.
Did he run over some people? I'm sure he did. But it was necessary to be at Sushi Onita. Superstar.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about FMW and the role. Like that's kind of where Cactus Jack and
Sushi Onita. Yeah. はじめまして。
wow, this dude's still alive?
馬場さんのですね、ジャイアント台風っていう漫画があったんです。それを見たときに、いや、嬉しいってすごいな。マジソンスキアガーデンで、試合ができる日本人っていうのは素晴らしいなと思ってですね。もうプロレスしかない。世界に行けるのは。
Japan's vibrant wrestling culture was popularized by Giant Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling and Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling. Both championed an authentic, hard-hitting style. When Texan brawlers Terry and Dory Funk came over to perform, their over-the-top Western personas instantly captivated Japanese audiences.
Yeah, like hard-hitting, stiff American wrestlers with bombastic personalities like the Funks. Yeah, they got over huge in Japan.
For some reason, the people took to me in Japan. Meaner than a rattlesnake, tougher than shoe leather, more dangerous than a hollow scorpion, middle-aged and crazy, crazy like the fox. Do you know who that is? That is me, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be. Terry Funk. All right, ask me some questions.
He had to be ribbing Bret Hart on that one.
Universally loved performers, Japanese history. He worked All Japan. He worked New Japan. He'd be known as an all-time great. My name is Chris Jericho, and I worked for 2 tours in FMW. Onita was a guy that started out in I think it was All Japan, and he was kind of a high flyer. A young disciple of Giant Baba, Onita rose through the ranks of All Japan's dojo system before being sent to America to further his craft and learn from the styles of the West. Japanese wrestlers would be sent to the different wrestling territories to further learn their trade. It was almost like an apprenticeship. My name is Mick Foley. I'm known as the King of the Deathmatch. But for a few years, I was the American Onita. That was a huge compliment.
How were they able to get? How did that? I guess WWE cleared them to use that footage.
Onita was very drawn to Terry's style.
He had watched me and Bob Wire matches. He really idolized me. That's why he came to Amarillo. He liked Terry Funk, and what a horrible thing to want to be. He wanted to be an idiot too.
レスラー同士のコミュニケーション。
Man, Terry Funk pulling no punches, pal.
で、僕はやっぱり一番信用してたのがテリーバンクだから。
Mighty fine tractor right here on the double cross, man.
When Onita arrived in Amarillo, he was recovering from recent injuries suffered in the Dominican Republic. After refusing to lose to an opponent he deemed inferior, Onita was taught a painful lesson by the promoter.
He didn't agree with what they wanted to do with him, and they beat him up. But it wasn't one guy, it was all of them. Rat packing.
クローズだけやろ。テリーが可愛がってくれたし。
What was your first impression of him when you first met him?
Yes. I spoke Japanese like he spoke English. He spoke English like I spoke Japanese. We both were lost. But we got along. I was there for him.
That's kind of cool how like there's a language barrier, but they still manage to figure out how to communicate.
Sent him on the road.
The Japanese team of Mr. Onita and Masafuchi.
After Onita recovers from his injuries, he and fellow protege Masafuchi travel to Memphis, Tennessee to battle in the infamous Tupelo concession stand brawl.
Concession stand and tearing down the
僕は原点はテネシーだと。
Wow, so Onita's saying he got inspired to do hardcore wrestling after being in Memphis.
pulling himself over the counter.
それで僕は一回
Dude, dude. That Memphis, Nashville, Tennessee territory was so influential to the entire wrestling business.
蹴った瞬間バーンと切れてですね、鼻から血がダーッと出て、これはやっぱりハードコアっていうのは、人間を本当に興奮させるんだっていう、そう思いましたね。そこにヒントがありました。
Hardcore wrestling's where it's at, pal.
Skills set and willingness to inject thrilling violence into his matches, Onita makes a return to All Japan Pro Wrestling. On the cusp of main event stardom, a freak accident results in a devastating injury.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Oh, bone through skin? Shit.
バラバラになったんですよ、お皿が。それでもう再起不能だって言われたんですけど、悩みましたね。悩んだし、どうやっていいかもうわからなかった。
The injury permanently hinders Onita's athleticism, instantly ending his dreams of becoming a high-flying star. He was limited as an athlete. He realized that his future in wrestling lay in the powers of perseverance and imagination. What do you do when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and your whole career is gone? Well, he created something that had never been done before. After years of working odd jobs, Onita's thirst for stardom drives him to devise a bold stunt. He publicly challenges real-life karate champion Masashi Oyagi to compete in a groundbreaking series of brutal matches pitting wrestler against martial artists.
人を呼ぶっていうのは、そこになんかこう、魅力がないとダメですか。試合じゃなくて、会場自体が、お客さん自体がこう、ぶつかり合う。煽るプロレスリングが面白いから。
Building upon the violence Onita was exposed to in America, their rivalry makes headlines and draws massive crowds.
それはもしかしたら、
Don't pop it, patch it. Mighty Patch Pimple Patches absorb gum overnight. Pimple, meet your Mighty Patch.
Ad time, pal.
Kid.
Shop a more convenient IKEA with click and collect.
While we're doing that, I'm going to turn on the fan, open up the window. It's smoky toky time, pal. Whoop, whoop. All right, can we end? All right, damn these ads, pal.
Shop a more convenient IKEA with click and collect and
Really good thing going.
Oh, that's some good shit, pal.
But the hallmark.
Tropicana banana, whoop, whoop.
That goes behind replacing ring ropes with barbed wire is the audience comes first. We care about them far more than the safety of the people doing this. And real injuries are not a bad thing. They're encouraged and they are impossible to avoid.
I am so fucking glad I am out of that wrestling bubble. Holy shit.
有刺鉄線が貼ってあるところに入って怪我をする。有刺鉄線は怖いという印象があるということは、見てる人たちも有刺鉄線は怖い。
How would you describe?
A lot of guys that would go to no end to self annihilation of their bodies to have a better match than what the opposition did.
Okay, the barbed wire isn't enough. We're gonna have to rig up like electrical shocks to it. Like this was insane.
僕はそういったその人がやらないババジョーピースか猪木ジョーピースがやらないことを徹底的にやろう。
Yeah, it's basically like the ECW of Japan, but pretty much.
Promotions, FMW matches feature increasingly dangerous stunts that result in legitimate bloodshed.
I was at an FMW show when one of the female wrestlers got hit with a fireball. And her outfit, it burned the fabric into her skin. And I'm getting ready to do my match. And I just hear these almost otherworldly sounds of suffering. Tears streaming down her face.
Dude.
I have never heard before. And it's like we talked about ice.
Fuck.
Really, really steep. And I had to block that out of my mind and go about with my main event match.
Jeez, dude.
Onita's FMW roster includes like-minded performers Tarzan Goto, Mr. Pogo, Masato Tanaka, the Gladiator, aka Mike Awesome, as well as up-and-coming talent with North American experience.
People want to see the action. People want to see something different. Hi, this is Ricky Gucci from FMW. People never see people like in a crowd fighting each other like beside the bump and the bloody, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So that's why a lot of people were excited.
We had a connection with a guy called Ricky Fuji who had spent time in Calgary that was able to bring some guys over to FMW. My first match ever in FMW was the main event, which is hilarious. About 20-year-old Chris Jericho in the main event against a karate expert who was just beating the shit out of me. They would be in there kicking you as hard as they could because that's all they knew how to do. What I'm doing here. So I was never invited. It was completely luck. Sabu. I was in FMW for 3 years, New Japan for a year, and then independent the rest of my life. Here we go, Sabu. What the? Oh, my uncle was the Sheik, and he was a great guy. He was a mean guy, and he was a nice guy. Onita and Tarzan Goto, they were young boys when the Sheik and Abdul the Butcher was in Japan, early 70s and 80s. Every time they came to town, they took care of those two guys. So 20 years later, Onita starts a company, and he calls up the Sheik and says, we're going to have a tag team tournament. You can come and bring anybody you want. He goes, I'll bring my nephew. And he couldn't choose anybody. He chose me.
What's it like to work with barbed wire?
Oh, it sucks.
That's pretty cool. Like his uncle, the Sheik, chose him as his partner. 1 second, turn a fan off, pal. Whoop, whoop.
I basically taped and moved up all the boys too.
Yo, what's up, Side the Hedge Rat? Whoop, whoop. Good to see you, pal. Just chilling with HMG after dark, watching the Blood and Barbed Wire Onita's FMW episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
On a nightly basis, but none can connect with the audience quite like the promotion's founder and star, Atsushi Onita.
Onita had an ability to allow people to feel his pain and see themselves in him. Some people can't connect with a larger-than-life superhero. They can connect with somebody who looks like they do, who is limited physically, but not limited of will.
毎日ね、10
on a nightly basis. And you have to tackle it. And you have to earn their respect. And you have to embrace it wholeheartedly.
The whole end of this match would be basically crying in front of the fans. The meaning was he had given it his all, and he was crying because the fans stood behind him. And they played Joan Jett's version of Wild Thing, and everybody would get up out of their seats and crowd around the ringside as he poured water on his head and cried. And dude, it got over so huge.
We did some big show in the stadium arena. Then after he's going to ambulance, in the ambulance, he think himself, okay, what's the next? That's what I heard. Yeah. ね、使ったりとか、港で試合をやったり、プールの中で試合をやったりとか。
Matches in harbors and pools. Dude, bumped in the harbor. Like they actually got a floating ring on a harbor. Dude, that's creative. That's very creative. That's a spectacle.
In Onita's pursuit to consistently top himself, a tag team match with Tarzan Goto versus Sabu and his 65-year-old uncle, the Sheik, goes terribly wrong.
Where does the idea for this fire match come from?
I don't know. I assume Puerto Rico because they had one before, and Onita wanted to top it. I didn't care. I figured they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, okay. Here is that match with everything's on fire. Sabu's like throwing buckets of water.
Trust the environment someone else has created for you. I'm not comfortable with that. I've seen a lot of people get burned. Literally.
They got too hot, way too fast. If it was a building, I would have jumped off.
どんどんどんどん燃え盛るんですね。それで、空気がどんどんどんどん、リング内の空気がどんどんなくなっていくんです。
There's a FMW logo in the middle, and it melted in our hands. Melted in our elbows, hands, and knees. You couldn't hear nothing, you couldn't breathe. It was a roar.
Yeah, so basically, like so you essentially, if you didn't get out of that ring, you faced the fear of dying of suffocation.
だけど、申し訳ませんけど、シークさんだけちょっと逃げ遅れた。助けに行くことできません。シークさんが最後に残ってるのを僕が見たときに、火球って周り全部火ですから、助けに行けないわけです。
He went out the other side. I didn't see that. He got burned by the fire pretty bad.
シークさんが60% ですよ。
Sheik had burns to 60% of his body. Damn.
I was trying to throw water on my uncle because he had his back burned. I threw a bucket of water on him, the skin on his back came off.
大変なことに。
Were you angry at all with Onita or anybody else about how dangerous that was?
I was angry at anybody. I was angry that it was bad. You know, and the plan was bad. I can't be angry at him. He gave me life.
And in addition to that, I think that the teams that have been put together, because they've never ETD like social dynamics.
Are you ready to get creative with your writing? Quillbot Premium offers 1, shorten mode to
Oh, I can skip the ad. Nice.
2, academic mode to ace your essays, and
Skip, yes, please.
yes. IKEA?
IKEA.
Shop a more convenient IKEA.
Nice. Get it ready, pal.
Mom?
Thanksgiving's going to be an awesome day. Whoop, whoop.
Riding high with an expanding fan base and sold-out shows, Onita revels in the trappings of his newfound stardom.
He may have started as a scrappy underdog and he became the king and was treated as such.
And he had sticky fingers. He took all the money.
僕の成功っていうのはいろんな副作用があって、僕を変えたものっていうのは、変えたものはビッグヘッドになったでしょうね。それでまた自分のね、家も。
Dude, okay, I'll give Onita some props here. He's actually owning up to himself. He's like, yeah, I got a big head and self-indulged. I fucked up.
だからその時の成功した時の年収っていうのはやっぱり一番いい時は2億ぐらい。
Onita's fortune is not only gained from the violence he presents in the ring, but from ties with the nefarious underworld.
So, the Yakuza, the Japanese mob, how much were they a part of wrestling promotions in Japan at the time?
They were in control of the arenas. So the Yakuza were definitely there.
Right, I knew the Yakuza were involved. I just didn't know how they were that kind of involved as well. Like they basically controlled the arenas. Okay.
Answers, and I would just check out their pinkies And by and large, a lot of the sponsors were missing their pinkies because of the line of business they were in, where sections of the pinkies would be eliminated. I wasn't comfortable with it, but I accepted that that was part of what made the scene possible.
Well, they told us to stay away from a certain section. And I go, well, there's not many people in that section. Who cares? It was because that was the mafia section. And like they had like 10 people there with 50 chairs empty because nobody was they were scared to sit by them. I started biting over there anyways, and they wouldn't move for us. Usually people move. He's a mafia boss, we don't know that. But then later on, we're in the dressing room, getting bang, bang, bang on the door. They're looking for us. I run down this hallway and I got trapped. But these Japanese guys knocked me down.
Damn, Sabu.
When I was down, I was getting boot kicked. And all of a sudden, Mike Awesome.
Mike Awesome, the huge monster heel.
Guys started getting flung off. Mike Awesome started throwing guys off. And saved my life.
Yo, what's up, Jay? How good to see you, pal. Hope you're having a good day. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we're watching Blood and Wire, Onita's FMW. We just got done listening to the story of when Sabu got cornered by the Yakuza. And then Mike Awesome saved his life. And he said like he was just throwing bodies around. Like, damn, dude.
Death match. And they were really smart in bringing
I'm going to look that up.
him to come to FMW. It changed the perception of this company. Terry's here.
テリー・ファンクが初めて FMW に来た時に、なんで俺が成功したかって証明するためには、そのお金じゃないんですね。お金じゃなくて、やっぱりたくさんの人から、あ、大仁田は成功してるんだ。
It was a stadium full, about 30, 40,000. And they don't charge 50 cents a ticket over there either. There's the idiots. There's the front row people. We're going to have an exploding ring match tonight. I want a front row ticket. Bullshit.
Did they show you where the explosives were going to be and stuff?
Why, hell no. I had no idea. I just went out to the damn ring. I'm a glutton for the crowd being.
Oh, he probably was.
I was just out there ready to capture that.
Just hauling those bales of hay, pal.
なんていうのかな。全身で人がもう応援してくれる。
Me personally, for Thanksgiving, I'll be going over to my parents' house, having some food there, and then a good portion of the day doing some DoorDash because it's a lot of places are still open, so I can still hang out with the fam and make some good money that day, pal. Whoop whoop.
Would explode. And finally, Onita gets the win, and he leaves the ring. And this thing is going down 45 seconds, 30 seconds. And Onita realizes that his hero, almost the god of Japanese pro wrestling, is going to be exploded in this ring. Inside the ring, he tries to wake Funker up. He can't wake him up, and now it's 10 seconds. He can't wake him up, so what does he do? He shields Terry Funk with his body. It's a bunch of like boom, 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 concussion bombs and fireworks, and just by the time it's done, you can't see anything. It was the greatest babyface thing I've ever seen in my life. He covered Terry Funk to save him from the explosion after he pinned him. That's Onita.
Oh, spoiler alert, Lab Rat, they do let us down on Thanksgiving.
You know, Funk survived thanks to Onita.
It's all unaired, previously shot matches.
Crying. To me, it's a 5-star match because it had the drama and hooked you into it to where you cared. And that's the real secret of what wrestling is. That's what Onita really knew how to do. He was a genius at it.
Onita, I think he really would have adapted well to the U.S.
Well, hell no, I wasn't satisfied. I never saw Onita after a match either until I came back the next time. I think he ran and hid.
FMW was at least the number 3 promotion in the country, if not number 2, depending on what was going on with the 2 big ones at the time. He legit was one of the most popular performers in the country, and not just in wrestling.
Singing shows, talk show, almost every day, like on Tamra TV on, and Onita was there.
Okay, so FMW was a bigger number 3 in Japan than ECW was a bigger number 3 in the U.S. That's pretty cool.
5 short years after creating FMW, Onita announces his retirement, which comes as a shock to his fans.
He didn't want to do it anymore. He had enough. And you can fail and not have any money at all. Or you can go out like he did with several $1 million, I'm sure.
I will give you some good news on that, Lab Rat. We will get a turkey suit. It happens at Turning Points instead of the Thanksgiving episode.
Young wrestler to become his future headlining successor.
Yeah, I know, right?
To Onita. He was, the word that's coming is elegant, but he was also willing to do the extreme stuff.
E.G. Izaki is his name, who later became Hayabusa. We worked together quite a bit. My second tour at Kawasaki Stadium was against Izaki. And at the time, the big move that he did was a moonsault, which nobody did.
もともと多分父、プロレス向きの体格じゃなくて、そんな向いている感じじゃなかった。
Oh, that's Hayabusa's daughter? Okay.
で、私は江崎彩音で、はやぶさは父です。父は結構そのしたいことをする、突っ走るタイプなので、その過激派レスラーの方が、合ってたのかなとは思います。
At FMW's 6th anniversary show, Onita's retirement match features the special effects and extreme gore that made him an icon. But his opponent is out of his element.
だから、はやぶさには悪いな。そしてまた、申し訳ないですけど、デスマッチをやる選手ではないなと僕思ってましたね。イタリっていうのはある種、どんどんみそぎをしてるんですね。自分の中で反省をしたり、リングを去っていく。
Break time, pal.
In addition to that, I think that the teams that have been put together, because they've never met each other, there's going to be some interesting reality TV like social dynamics.
Yeah, I really think Onita would have adapted and fit in like with the WWE or American style very well.
And in addition to that, I think that the teams that have been put together, because they've never met each other, there's going to be some interesting reality TV like social dynamics.
"寂しいもんですよ。
Onita leaving FMW, that would create a huge.
That'd be pretty.
I think would be next to.
Yeah, where are they going to do it at though?
Just because of how synonymous with that company.
They might put it on the network.
And vice versa, it'd be hard to see Onita anywhere else other than thinking FMW. They're one and the same.
お前ら、俺は 新しい世界に行くから、どっちが社長になるかっていうのを聞いたんですね。
An unlikely successor emerges to take the reins of FMW, the promotion's ring announcer, Shoichi Arai. Something back. Stop, Cristiano! He's kind of like a chubby guy, kind of wore a tuxedo that was a little bit too small for him.
Oh yeah, it could be like a Netflix special. That too.
Then you hear like Arai is the new general manager. Really? Like wow. Like, well, why not? Like he was probably at every show.
Monitor retire, and after the okay, you are the president. What? You don't know what to do.
My dad was really nice person, and he was really pure. So I didn't know why he was trying to get into that company. I still don't understand. My name is Shell, and Shoichi Arai is my dad. Onita suddenly says that, okay, I'm gonna give this company to you. You can do whatever you want. But he has no knowledge at all.
Oh yeah, that Collision in Korea show. That's gonna be the next HMG After Dark. We're checking that out. I want to hear that story. That sounds wild as fuck.
I'll promise you that. I'll swear to it.
In the FMW, everywhere, always packed the arena. Many people. New FMW started, then they just little people.
Without Onita's star power, FMW's popularity wanes. After just one starring film role, Onita realizes his appeal is limited when he's not wrestling. Less than a year after his retirement, he unexpectedly returns to FMW to work for his former ring announcer.
僕が戻ってきた時に、僕はヒールで戻ろうと思って悪役として FMW
Okay, damn, that's wild. That kind of sounds a little bit like the Saudi Arabia thing.
When Arai was running the company, he kind of wanted to move away from death matches, right?
Yes, because they would.
Oh shit, pal. Damn. All right, we're definitely checking it out then.
In a new direction, Arai hires veteran Japanese star Hiromichi Fuyuki to handle the company's creative direction.
That's why I like something change. And I always like ask Yuki. Then Yuki say, do this. Yuki wants to do some like entertainment style.
He had a belt called World Entertainment Wrestling, WWE World Death Matches.
最後の頃さ、ね、P じゃなくて、おしっこ引っ掛けるアングル作ったりとか、悲惨だったですもんね。何があれがエンターテインメントといえばですね。
The tug of war between
Yeah.
FMW.
Wow, they're
new direction.
Wow, that's bad. Oh wow. Yeah, that direction change on FMW was wow. You went from death matches to like ridiculous, stupid entertainment, and there's like even a clip of a guy with a firecracker in his ass, and it gets lit and goes off. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I said to the Onita, please, in FMW, we got to do this, and then I want to on the other side.
自分が作った FMW を追い出されるというね。
While Hayabusa struggled to draw the crowds,
Damn.
his athletic style was what
Damn, dude.
realizing success for FMW. Until tragedy struck on October 22nd, 2001.
He did a second rope moonsault and his foot slipped and he went backwards and landed on his forehead.
Before, because he missed something, he always get up. By the time the watching, he never get up.
はやぶさちょっとはやぶさがちょっと動きません。はやぶさちょっとはやぶさちょっと動きません。
怪我した当時は多分父本当に絶望的だったんで、多分プロレス、自分のしてた仕事をプロレスができなくなってこれからどうしようみたいな。
His career was cut short in his prime. And I think with his career went the future of FMW. They never really found somebody to replace Hayabusa.
Beyond being a serious emotional blow to FMW and his fans, Hayabusa's injury also sets in motion a financial disaster. Without their star attraction, Arise struggles to keep his fledgling company afloat.
I said, wait, please wait, please wait. I never get paid.
I remember that my mom say, "Don't steal house money" or something.
And what do you think that meant? Was he using the money from the family to help pay for the business?
Oh yes.
確かに僕は逆に言うと闇金から借りても本田さん助けてくださいっていうのは新井社長のプライドとしてできなかった。
He owed money from the Yakuza.
Oof, no, never ever get in business with any mob.
Honey, can she scream? Sorry, I thought it's not a good thing. My mom and dad, like they divorced, and I think he was really suffering, and I didn't realize.
When you borrow money from the Japanese mafia, even if you kill yourself, they're going to get their money from your family. So that wasn't the end of the story. They're saying he was selfish for doing it. Because now his family owns it. They'll get it.
Damn, man.
Arai's death triggers a life insurance payment, but it's sadly not enough to cover his family's newly inherited debt.
They kept my.
Damn, man. And that dude, he was like forced into that position. Like he didn't want to be president. He was kind of put there. Fuck, man. That sucked. That's awful, dude. That is fucking awful.
US Bank has a business checking account.
Hey, something different other than that IKEA ad.
Forecasting cash flow. But this would help a lot. Just trying to throw you a bone. Business checking accounts that do more for your business.
We get that Adobe Premiere one again.
all gone. That's why I don't have anything.
あいつ選手が死んだって、俺はもう死んだ人のことを悪口言いたくないけど、やっぱりビジネスで失敗した。俺は生き残ってるっていうのは生き残ってる。
I feel a little bit that Onita used my dad. A lot of people say that he was too kind and too pure. That's why he gone.
洗いが悪くなったらさ、女房逃げてさ、女房逃げてさ、それで多分それがショックだったんだろう。ね、首をつったっていう。借金なんかどうでもいいんだよね。役者に殺されたとかさ、闇金に殺されたのがよくわかるけどさ、そうじゃないわけ。みんな借金なんかばっくりいらいいんだよね。あれ、まさにって言ったらそのままだろ。精神的なもんで追い詰められたんだ。
Over a decade later, FMW briefly rises from the ashes, with Onita back in the ring and Hayabusa acting as an executive producer. But less than a year later, tragedy strikes again when Hayabusa collapses in his home and dies at the age of 47.
はやぶさとしてのプロレスを全うしてたのもすごいことだと思いますし、そのすっごい大怪我をしたにもかかわらず、めげずに新しいことにどんどん挑戦しようという姿勢は、怪我した時とかも、怪我した後、リハビリの時とかも、私たちの前とかでずっと笑顔。
He did walk again. I mean, it's one of the most gut-wrenching things you see when he's surrounded by members of wrestling royalty from several different promotions. And it's one of the most emotional moments you will ever see when Hayabusa walks to the ring.
Man, you want to hear a crazy story? I forgot when exactly in 2000 it was, but Hayabusa did do some stuff with WCW because it led to one of the most random pictures ever out there. They're like, wait a minute, how did this picture ever happen? It's Hayabusa, Johnny Ace, and Vince Russo together. Like, wait, how did this happen?
Wrestling history and something that's still borrowed from to this day.
Yes, that picture is out there.
When
I learned in FMW, of course, I took it to ECW. ECW was formed from FMW.
Onita basically built a promotion around himself, an undersized underdog wrestler, and made it a huge success.
If you could say anything to him right now, is there any reason that you want to flip him off?
No, no. I love him.
じゃあ、ハルク・ホーガンの代わりにハルク・ホーガンがいるかないんだ。やっぱりハルク・ホーガン、ハルク・ホーガン、アントニー猪木はアントニー猪木。ジャイアント・ババア、ジャイアント・ババア。大仁田淳は大仁田淳。多分一代限りだ。
Man, so yeah, that is it. That one, guys. FMW. Rest in peace, Hayabusa. Definitely one of the what could have beens. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Late start of a Dynamite watch along. Then Thursday night Thanksgiving. Hope you're all chilling with your loved ones and family. We'll be doing HMG After Dark on Thursday night. We'll be doing Collision in Korea, pal. And then Friday Locker Room. Late start for SmackDown. Saturday, late start for what's the pay-per-view? Survivor Series. And of course, make sure you check out Smack Attack. Sunday, The Wreckage. And then Sunday night, We're going to be blowing through the Thanksgiving impact along with Turning Point. Much love, guys. Have a great rest of your night. We'll catch you then. Whoop, whoop.